Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Elle here. So today's video is a tutorial on this eye look. It's another one in my little series of looks with the Ploies paints. So today I actually mixed two paints together, which is Smoking Hot and Blank I nearly dropped that one, and Blank Canvas. So I just mixed these two paints together today to create this look, and I am living for it. I'm absolutely loving it. Feeling very autumnal. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this look and if you'll be recreating it. And also, is autumn your favourite season, or are you more like a summer kind of person? Because I vibe with my autumn guys and girls, if I'm honest. Like, no, I'll vibe with anyone, like, don't get me wrong. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below, what's your favourite season? Are you winter, spring, summer or autumn? I am definitely an autumn gal. I love summer, don't get me wrong, but autumn, just something about like getting cozy with like a blanket and a cup of tea and like reading a good book, watching a good film, that just, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial day. I can't talk. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial today. If you do, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up, and also leave any thoughts or suggestions for future videos in the comments section down below. But anyways, let's get on with the tutorial, so enjoy. Okay guys, my brows are already done because I always think that's just so boring to watch because I hardly do anything with them other than go through them with the MAC Fall Slash Maximize, what's it called? The MAC Fall Slash Maximizer, that is literally what it's called. I just go through that and then I just press them up and onto my skin so that they look nice and fluffy and full. That's literally all I do. So we're just going to prime my eyes now because that's the important. And we're going to be using the Ploies base in the shade number 2, and as always I'm applying it with the Peaches and Cream PC52 brush. So I'm just going to carve out my brows and apply this all over the lid. And as you can see guys, my background doesn't look so plain and boring anymore. This is, the room I film in is actually also like our spare bedroom, and this used to just have a big double bed in it, which obviously took up so much room, but we don't have people stay over that often, and it's like usually just every other month that someone stays over, other than during lockdown obviously. So we thought like we'd change the room slightly, so I would use this as my makeup slash filming room, and then we would just get a sofa bed so that we could still actually use it as well, because like previously when it just had the double bedding, like it literally just had that one use every other month and that was it. So we got a sofa bed instead, as you can see behind me, and then I got some nice little prints to put up on the wall, and I just thought they looked super cute. I got them from Asda. I went to put them up today. Well, Daniel put them up for me because when it comes to DIY, I'm good at flat pack. Like when you go to IKEA and you buy anything and it's always flat pack, that I can do, but hanging things on a wall, I can never get it like straight, so I just let Daniel do that. And one of them was like, one of the frames was just like cracked, so I had to go to Asda and get them exchanged. So it's like, I need to do that before I film because I want them on the wall to film. I don't want like a bare wall, so. Okay, so now that we've got the base all over, we're going to start going in with eyeshadow, and of course I'll be using my BPerfect times Stacey Marie Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go in with is this one here. It's called Cocoa. It's just a really rich brown shade, so that's the first one I'm going to be going in with. And I'm going to be using a Morphe, this is an M507 brush. This is just what it looks like, a really petite little blending brush. It's nice to get right into the crease. I went to Manchester Trafford Centre on Saturday, and we went into Selfridges and they have a Morphe there, so I was like, I'm gonna get some Morphe brushes, so you'll see those brushes in this video. So I'm just gonna start taking this right into the crease and just go back and forth in windshield wiper motions. But yeah, I think this room looks really cute now that I've finally got the sofa bed. We've been waiting for that for ages. Now that that's finally come and I've got those prints on the wall, I need to do something with the wall right here. You can only just see it in my like setup, but I'm gonna put some like shelves up on there and then some little nice decorative things. I saw a really nice shelf in B&M. It's like a gold sort of wiring. It looks really, really nice. In fact, Ellie Darby, if you don't want Ellie Darby on YouTube, you should, because she's brilliant. She actually recently purchased it. I think she had it in like a haul. I think she did like a bit of like an autumn haul where she'd bought some new things for ready for obviously autumn, and one of them being that shelf from B&M, and then I went into B&M, saw it, didn't buy it, and I have regretted it ever since, so I need to buy it. But I think I'm going to put 2 of those up on that wall there. I'm just blabbering on about nonsense, I'm so sorry guys. That's my little update about my background. This is the first time I've actually used this brush, and I think this has very quickly become probably my favourite crease brush. Like, I'm loving that. Right, next I'm going to go in with the shade Ginger, which is this one right here at the bottom of the palette. It's obviously a lighter, very warm toned brown, which I'm loving. And we're going to be blending that out with the E17 brush, also from Morphe, another one of the newer ones I bought. So it's going to be nice just to still pack colour in the crease, but also blend out that first shade. So this brush has also just become a very quick favourite. I love how that's still packed that colour on there but blended out the first shade we put on as well. Now I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is the shade Yellow. I never know how to say that because it's like yell apostrophe O. It's not like the actual yellow, but we move on. I'm going to use this brush from Morphe. It's the M573 brush. It's a very nice, big, fluffy blending brush. As you can see, I'm excited to use this, and I'm already going to get it stained. Like, it's just so nice and clean, and it's going to get stained so quickly. We're just going to be blending out shade, was it Ginger? Yeah, it was Ginger. We're going to be blending out the shade Ginger. Okay, so this is the stage we are currently at. So all I'm going to do now is go and deepen everything up, because it wouldn't be me if we didn't deepen. I can't talk, I'm so sorry. It wouldn't be me if we weren't deepening up those colours. With eyeshadows, it's all about layering. So you've gone in with your dark, you've blended it out, you've gone in with your really light colour to like make sure everything is nice and blended and seamless. You now need to go back in with those colours just to layer it up and deepen everything up and intensify those shades. So going back in with the, what was this? It's a Morphe M507 brush and the shade Cocoa, just to really deepen up the crease now. You need to remember, obviously, when you've gone in with the other shades afterwards and tried to blend things out, you are going to sort of take away some of the intensity of the, I don't know what this hand was doing then. You're going to take away some of the intensity of the other shades you've put down, so you just need to make sure you go back in with them afterwards just to re-intensify them. So now I've gone back in with the shade Cocoa. I'm next going back in with the shade Ginger, which we used on the was it an E17? An E17 brush from Morphe, just had to check that number then. So I'm just going to go back in with that to intensify that colour again, but also just to make sure the Cocoa is nice and blended out. When you're blending your eyeshadow as well, guys, just make sure you are using a really light hand, and the lower down on the brush, on the handle of the brush, I can't talk, the lower down you hold the brush, the more control you're gonna have. Clearly I've not got control of my mouth today because I can't speak. Finally back in with the M573 brush and the shade Yellow, just to make sure the edges are nice and blended and we've not got any harsh lines. We do not want harsh lines with our eyeshadow on this channel. So now I've re-intensified all of those shades. What I'm going to do, because I do like my crease to be really dark and smoky, I'm going to now mix Cocoa and Black Beach, which is just the black in the palette. So I'm going to mix Black Beach and Cocoa, I couldn't reach it then, Cocoa and Black Beach. I'm just going to mix those together. I'm going to use the same brush I used before with Cocoa, which is the M507. It's going to take me a while to remember the numbers of these brushes. Like, with my 08 for ones, I'm not too bad at remembering them. Like, I still look at them, but like I kind of know what it is, whereas with these, it's going to take me a minute. So anyways, I'm just going to mix those two shades on the brush. So Black Beach and Cocoa, which is just the dark brown one we used before, on the black. Tap off your excess and then just go into the crease. Just because I want this to be nice and dark and smoky. The reason I'm mixing the black and the brown together on the brush rather than just going straight in with the black is because I don't want it to be too harsh. Like, I don't want the black to sort of like overpower and actually look really black. I just want to deepen up the brown. So mixing the brown on the brush as well just helps to sort of mute the black a little bit. So now it's time to cut the crease. So I'll be doing what I always do when I'm cutting the crease, which is just taking some eye makeup remover and a cotton bud. Just the best way just to get a really nice, sharp, clean cut crease, in my opinion. Just take either some Vaseline or some makeup remover. Doesn't really matter which one you use, just makeup remover, eye makeup remover, Vaseline, whichever one you've got to hand, and a cotton bud. And just wipe away the eyeshadow basically. Just do it where you want to cut the crease, and it just wipes away all the eyeshadow and gives you just a really nice clean line. And then just use the other end of the cotton bud, I couldn't remember what that was called then, and just wipe away any excess eyeshadow and makeup remover. So now that I've cut the crease like that, I am obviously going to be going over it with the Ploies paints, because this is part of my little Ploies how to use Ploies paint series, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. So today I'm going to be using the Crisp Finish paint in the shade Smoking Hot. But the little tip I'm going to share with you today is you can actually mix the paints. So I don't know if many people know that, but you can mix them. Obviously they are the same formula, they're just different colours. So you can mix them and create your own shade basically. So I'm going to be mixing Smoking Hot and Blank Canvas just because I want to lighten this up a tiny little bit. So this is what the two shades look like. Obviously we've got Smoking Hot and Blank Canvas. That is what they look like. And I'm going to be using a Ploies 7072 brush. This is the one that came with the Crisp Finish paints. So I'm going to be using that to apply this. So I'm just going to mix those colours together. So mixed together, this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to now apply that with the Ploies brush. And you're better off patting these on. So I just sort of like pat or stamp it and then sort of drag it down. Ooh, this shade looks really beautiful together. Like, this is such a stunning colour. Now I've done that on the other eye, I obviously want to make sure the edges are nice and blended. We don't want anything to be too harsh there. So I'm just taking the smaller Morphe brush, the M507 brush, again, forgetting what it's called, and the shade Cocoa. And I'm just going to sort of drag that in slightly just to blend the edges of that paint. As you can see, I've also started just to bring that on to the lash line as well. So I'm next going to go in with the E17 brush and the shade Ginger. Just do the exact same thing, just so we've got a nice fade. Finally now with the Morphe M573 brush and the shade Yellow, do the exact same thing again. Each time you are just sort of dragging it further onto the lid, but we don't want to cover the entire lid with this because obviously we want the paint to stand out. Okay, so next, now I've done the top of the eyes, I just need to do underneath. So I'm just going to take some of the Ploies base again in the shade number 2. Just using a fluffy brush from Spectrum. I'm not sure what number it is because it has one off. I think I said that in every video, guys, I'm sorry, but it's just a fluffy brush from Spectrum. Any fluffy brush will do. And I'm just going to put this right underneath the eye. So obviously we need a base there for the eyeshadows, just as we did on top. Obviously I need to do my waterline, so for my waterline I'm going to be using the MAC Feline eye pencil, which is just a black eyeliner pencil. Could do with a bit of a sharpen, but oh well. So I'm just going to put this in my waterline. For the lower lash line now, I'm just going to pretty much be taking the exact same shades, but I'm going to be using a smaller brush for the darkest shade. So I'm going to go in with the shade Cocoa, and this is going to be used, someone's honking the horn. I'm going to use this on a Morphe E18 brush. It's just a little pencil brush, as you can see. So I'm just going to pick up the shade Cocoa, and I'm just going to blend this on that lower lash line. And then I'm going to use the same brush as we did before for the shade Ginger. And then finally the brush we were using previously, which was the M573 brush for the shade Yellow, just to make sure everything's nice and blended on the lower lash line. I don't know why I said that really weird then, the lower lash line, sorry. So that's the eyes pretty much done. So I am going to pop on some mascara and some false lashes. The lashes I'm going to be using today are the Tatti Lashes TL1 lashes. So I'm going to put those on, do my skin, and then I'll come back and show you the finished look. Okay guys, so I'm back. I popped on some lashes, did my skin, and chucked on a lip, and this is the final look, giving me major like autumnal vibes, which I'm loving, and this lip is giving me like pumpkin spice latte vibes. Yeah, I've never even tried a pumpkin spice latte. Are they nice? I don't know. Like the whole pumpkin thing puts me off a little bit, but I feel like I'm a traitor to all girls out there and I should just try a pumpkin spice latte. Let me know in the comments down below if they're actually nice or if people just rave about them for no reason and they're actually not that great. But for my lip, by the way guys, because I'm obsessed with it, all I did was I put Cork lip pencil on from MAC to line my lips, and then I've just put on the Smoking Hot paint from Ploies, and then in the centre of that I put on blank canvas paint just to lighten a little bit and blend it out, and then I just put a tiny little bit of the Starkers lip gloss by BPerfect and Stacey over the top of that, and that's what that lip is, and I'm obsessed with that lip colour. So this is the look I came up with today using both of these paints. Obviously incorporated them on the eyes and on the lips, just so you know you can use them as lipstick as well. I absolutely love using the Ploies paints as lipsticks. Like, this is a very pretty colour and I am here for it. But yeah, so this is the finished look guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. If you did like this tutorial, please give it a huge thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure you click the little subscription box down below as well, because that would mean the world to me if you did. That's all I've got to say guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and I will see you in the next one. Bye!